Hi, I'm Xiaoting. Today we will present our project What drives Airbnb process with my teammates. The purpose of this project is not only to build a Tableau dashboard, but also to use data visualization to understand which factors have the greatest impact on Airbnb ratings, prices, and how interactive dashboard can help users explore those patterns more effectively. Let's start with our research problem. Our main question is what factors influence Airbnb prices the most? To answer this question, we established three objectives. First, we wanted to identify how listing prices differ across neighborhoods. Second, we explored whether property structures such as room type or floor level influence prices. Finally, instead of simply creating charts, we designed an interactive dashboard that allows users to explore the data and discover insights by themselves. Our overall workflow was straightforward. We started with the Airbnb dataset, selected the most relevant variables, built visualization in Tableau, combined them into an interactive dashboard, and finally summarize the key insights. Before building the dashboard, we first planned the overall structure. Instead of placing all chart on one page, we designed a dashboard as a storytelling journey. Section 1 introduced the data side, the research problem, and several key indicators. Section 2 focused on neighborhood analysis to understand how location affects prices. Section 3 examined property characters such as room type and floor level. Our dashboard then continues with an advanced analysis comparing high-level and low-level listings, followed by structure recommendations. By arranging the dashboard this way, users can generally understand the research question instead of viewing isolated chart. Next, I'd like to explain how we built the dashboard in Tableau. First, we imported the Airbnb dataset and explored all valuable variables. Since our research focused on price, we selected variables that are most relevant. For continuous variables, we chose price, floor level, noise level, and the number of the reviews. For categorical variables, we selected room type, neighborhood, and neighborhood groups. Those variables provide enough information to answer our research question without making the dashboard overly complicated. After selecting the variables, we created several worksheets. Those include the map, bar chart, heat maps, pie chart, and KPI cards. Each visualization serves a different purpose. After that, we combined all those worksheets into one long story dashboard. We carefully organized the chart into different sections, added a title and annotation, and keep a consistent Airbnb color throughout the dashboard. Finally, we added interactive features. For example, users can click a bar chart to highlight a neighborhood on the map. Tour tips display additional information when user hover over a mark. Those interactions make the dashboard much easier to explore compared with a simple chart. Our first analytical question is how do Airbnb price vary across neighborhoods? To answer this question, we use three visualizations. The maps show the geographical distribution of average listing prices. The two bar chart rank the 10 most affordable and 10 most expensive neighborhoods. We also added a highlights action. When user click a neighborhood in the bar chart, the corresponding area is highlighted on the map. The interaction allowed users to connect the ranking information with geographical location immediately. Overall, we found that the neighborhood is one of the strongest factors influence Airbnb prices, with the central area generally having much higher prices than outer neighborhoods. Our second question is which property structures affect Airbnb prices? We used three different visualizations. First, the plot explored the relationship between floor level and the listing price. The trend line indicated a moderate positive relationship, stressing that higher floor are generally associated with the higher price. Second, the Lollipop chart compared average price across the different room type. It clearly showed that entire room had the highest average prices, followed by the poverty room and shared room. Finally, the heat map combined room type and neighborhood groups that allowed user to compile two variables at the same time. The darkest share appeared in Manhattan for entire room listing indicate that this combination had the highest average price. By combining those visualizations, we conclude that both location and the room type are such stronger price drivers than floor level alone. Next, Purui will continue by presenting our advanced analysis.
Then I want to talk about what makes high-value house on Airbnb. To find the answer, we split our listing into two groups: the top 20% by price, which we call high value, and the bottom 20%, which we call low value. Then we compare these two groups across different features. Some are continuous variables, like floor level, noise level, and the number of reviews. Others are categories, like room type and neighborhood. Looking at the bar chart on the left, here are the key findings. First, high-value homes tend to be a lower floor, on average 1.36 floors compared to 1.78 for low-value homes. They also have fewer reviews, only about 17 reviews versus 21 for low-value ones. And they are quieter, around 60 decibels versus nearby 65 decibels for low-value homes. Now look at the pie chart on the right. Interior homes make up the biggest share of high-value listings. We can see that 7,125 high-value listings are entire home, far more than private room or share room. Meanwhile, share room are the mostly found of the low-value group, 557 out of the low-value segment. Meanwhile, location matters a lot. High-value listings are most common in Manhattan, with 5,318 listings, but low-value listings are most common in Brooklyn, with 4,165 listings. Let me summarize our findings. First, room type and noise level together really push prices up. Entire homes and quiet homes both cost more. When put these two together, the price goes even higher. We can see this clearly in the heat map on the right. The darker the blue, the higher the price. Look at the top row. Quiet entire homes shows the darkest color, meaning the highest prices. That tell us the room type and noises level actually multiply each other effect on price. Second, location is still very important. Central area like Manhattan always have the highest prices. Third, review volume is not a sign of high value. Actually, high value listings often have fewer reviews and low value ones, so more reviews does not mean better quality. Finally, high reviews homes are often the lower floors. This may seem strange, but it makes sense. Many premium travelers prefer unique features like gardens or townhouse layout, rather than just a high floor view. Based on these findings, we have three sets of recommendations. For hosts, first highlight quietness and privacy in the listing description. This helps attract premium travelers. Second, consider upgrading to an entire home. Entire homes have the strongest price premium, so this is the best way to increase income. Third, don't worry too much about review count. High value homes often have fewer reviews, so focus on quality bookings instead. For the Airbnb platform, first add noise level and flow type as search filters. These are important price drivers. Second, update smart pricing algorithm. This combines effort of room type and noise to stronger than either alone, so the current system may not missing the premium. Third, promote unique low-risk listings in marketing. Features like gardens and private entries attract experience-seeking travelers, and this is an underserved market. For guests, first consider out Brooklyn at Brooklyn and Brooks in Better Deals. They are cheaper but still give access to the city. Second, don't think high review can't mean high quality. Some of the best stays have fewer reviews but often great privacy and comfort. Thank you for listening.